All right, so today we're in section 2.6, solving equations using multiplication or division. In example 1, I see that what operation is connected to my variable? What operation? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? What is it? It's multiplication, right? Because my number and my variable are connected together. So I learned yesterday that in order to get the variable by itself on one side of the equation, I have to do the inverse operation, or do the opposite. So the opposite of multiplication is division. So I divide by my coefficient. That's a fancy word for the number that's attached to the variable. What number is attached? Negative 6. You must take the negative with you. Divide both sides by negative 6, and x equals negative 8. Got to get those signs right. All right, now I'm not done yet because I need to check my solution. Guys, checking will guarantee that you actually get this question correct. All right, so make sure you check it. And yes, it does check out. This isn't just like plug in the numbers. This is actually a way that you can check your solutions. I want you to try B. All right, what did you divide both sides by? 5. Very good. And x equals? 5. Very good. And then you just plug it back in to check. What about C? What would you divide both sides by? 13. And x would equal? 3. All right, now in example 2, I'm solving using multiplication, all right? Because what operation is connected to my variable now? Division. You paying attention? Everybody looking up here? Okay, so division is attached to my variable now, so the opposite of division is multiplication. Well, my rule says that I multiply, and here's my fancy word, it's called the reciprocal. I multiply by the reciprocal. What does that mean? It means the opposite. So let me just give you this fraction, 2/3. The opposite of 2/3 is 3/2. That's the reciprocal. I flipped it. Okay? And the whole goal is to get everything to cancel. Well, in this question, I want my denominator to cancel out, but do I want my W? No, I want to leave it. So that's why I multiply by 7/1. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. 7 times 9 is 63 equals W. Why not 5? Yeah, okay, so this doesn't have any bearing on x. What number is attached to my x? A 2. So I multiply both sides by 2/1. That cancels to get x by itself. And when I multiply 5 times 2, I get 10. All right, what about C? I want you to solve and check it. Don't forget to check it. Your homework's going to call for you to check it. What do I multiply both sides by? 3. 3 or 3/1. Multiply 12 by 3, and what do you get? 36. A equals 36. And I can check my answer by plugging it back into the original. 12 equals 36/3. And yes, 12 equals 12. So it checks out. In example 3, I am solving a problem that involves the distance formula. You need to have this memorized. D equals RT. D equals RT. There you go. Distance equals rate times time. You need to know what the variables stand for. D equals RT. Go ahead and write it on your papers. The problem tells us, all right, so listen to what I'm saying. Okay? It tells us that we had a spacecraft in space that measured a solar wind. What is a solar wind? Well, you can think of it in terms of like a breeze, a wind, okay, that comes off of the sun. All right, and it travels, here's the numbers. It travels 2 million kilometers an hour. That's a fast wind. Okay? Listen. The sun is 150 million kilometers total from Earth. So how long did it take the wind to reach Earth? All right, so what was my total distance? All right, so we know that it's 150 million miles away. Lots of zeros. We know that it traveled 2 million miles an hour. We don't know how long it took. So you need these 3 steps on your homework. Formula, substitution, with a variable that you're solving for. Do not put your answer in this step. And then you need your answer. T equals, wait, how do we solve for T? We've got this number connected to T. How do I get it to cancel? I need to divide. You like my division symbol? Okay, divide by 2 million. Are you showing this step on your notes? Mr. Andrew, are you? Yep. Good job. Divide by 2 million. And T equals 75 hours, which when you think about it, that's not very long at all. Okay, using the distance formula to solve an equation. All right. Now I want you to turn in your books to page 100. We're going to solve a couple problems that will be similar to your homework problems tonight. Maybe a little more challenging too. All right, so look at number 25. It is a distance problem. I want you to read it, try to plug in the numbers and solve. What do I plug in for D?
75 feet.
75. That's the total distance I'm trying to drill. What's my rate?
15 feet.
What do I divide both sides by?
5.
T equals?
5.
Who got it right? Raise your hand. Who got it right? Oh, you should not look so surprised. No, you're confident. Not surprised that you got it right. You're confident. All right, here we go. Number 29. I want to see who can solve this one. You have the tools that you need. You know what to do. All right, so go ahead and solve this equation. Very good.
And I got 22y.
Yep.
So I divided negative 110 by 22.
Perfect.
And I got negative y equals negative 5.
Perfect. All right, do you agree? You should. Very good. Negative 5. So I had 2 terms with a y, so I need to combine those terms and then divide. Who got that right? Okay, good. Good. All right, let's see. We've got 2 more. Let's see who can solve this one. What do you do? Multiply 6 and 5h. Then you divide both sides by 30. H equals 5. Who got it? Who got it right? Okay, good. 1 more. Don't you love how these old concepts kind of pop up here and there? Don't give it away. Let's just see who can solve it correctly. So what do you do first? Change the double negative to a positive. So 9 plus 4 is? 13. See, there you go. All right, so I just changed that to a 13. Multiply both sides by 8. W equals 104. Who got it right? Who got it right? Who got it right? Okay, if you got it wrong, do you see what you did wrong? All right, so those are some of the tougher ones. Not all of them will be that tough, but if you understand that, that's everything you need to know for 2.6.